green numbers there, so that's a plus. This should be kicking in here shortly as well. Yep, there it goes. Alright, we're going to give this a second for the live stream just to see if it gives me any error messages from YouTube. Everything says it's green. I think I need to turn off my volume though. Everything says it's green. Okay. So it sounds good. And then I need to put this out on the Facebook page, I think. Where is my link? Copy. Alright. Go in here. Go to this. And let's post. Let's see, good afternoon all. We are streaming. Star Trek Ascendancy today for our Sunday sign up. Feel free to watch us. Feel free to join the conversation using the YouTube chat. Enjoy. It wouldn't give, like, oh, it's gonna do the crappy. Oh well. Image, hide. Available images. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna use the Star Trek Ascendancy photo. If I can find it. That's what I want. What's up?
I forget the name of this person that does this. And then it's a repost. It doesn't tell me. There are those stupid comics that I sometimes repost on the on our page.
Mm-hmm.
They got a new one. It's Know Your Dice Bags. It's the girl in the comics that's like, these bags are for my dice. This bag is for my really pretty dice. It's a green bag. And then she's holding a purple bag that says, this bag protects the dice said I love the most. And then she's holding this brown bag that says, this bag holds my other small bags. Don't judge me.
Nice.
And this is the bag for the dice that have betrayed me.
Jail bag. Jail dice.
They will never see the light of day again. It's a black bag.
Nice. Post. God damn it. Of course it's going to do that. Refresh. Reload page. I really hate Facebook. I guess what I could do too some days, I could be streaming it just to Facebook straight, but I haven't actually quite figured out how to use it yet. Other than that one time I did the video for my straight webcam.
No, you did straight through overhead cam when we played Descent.
Yes, we did. I forgot about that camera. I should probably bring that one in sometime. That might be better.
That's when every other word out of Matt's mouth was
fuck, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I love how the teacher has the most F-bombs.
Yeah. Which, you know, I didn't set this one to like an adult only, but it should be okay.
Have you seen the game Feudum? Feudum?
It sounds familiar.
It's a really colorful,
There we
weird
go.
type of 4X game. They just came out with an expansion with boats that hold your dice.
Oh, Jesus. Nice. Okay.
I was like, oh man.
I think it's good. Do you want to try clicking on the link to see if it's like usable? Nice.
Alright.
We still need to get Tiny Epic Tactics.
I keep thinking about it.
Yeah, I keep thinking about it too. It's just I don't know if how much do they want for that one? 20 as well, or 30 or something?
If you want everything, it's
Everything.
35.
Yeah.
That's with 2 expansions added.
Oh, that adds like the extra like map tiles. I thought like.
So
browsers.
it's $20 for the game,
Uh-huh.
and then if you want, it's 25 if you want to have all of the backer goal, like and then
Yeah. Stretch goals.
yeah, the stretch goals, and then if you want the extra, but so I was trying to find where you have that link at. It is not.
There we go.
It's not on our Facebook page. At least I can't see it.
That's what I wanted. It says it's live. Stream health is green, which is good because usually I get yellow. It shows that there's one viewer
It just
now.
came up.
Okay.
That it's got a picture of
the old game,
yeah.
what they were playing last time. I tried to get it to.
It's got a picture of
Okay. Pretty good. Yeah, you can mute it or. Okay, cool. Well, it's working. So I guess we could start. Yeah. So if anybody does watch this down the road too, it should be stored. I think they store it on YouTube for however long I keep it out there. But we're gonna play Star Trek Ascendancy. I'm Anthony, club president. This is Mike Poughton. He's the vice president. We were gonna have a third, Brendan, and then he backed out last minute because he has work. So that kind of sucks. But essentially, we can still play the game with 2 players. Everything that we go over today is gonna be on the fly. I mean, for the most part, I have a general idea of how to play it. If we don't know something, we'll be referring to this nifty rule book. But I think it's fairly easy to figure out. You start off with a starting location, and then you are exploring the map, finding planets, and essentially the point of the game is either A, conquer the other person's home base, or B, collect up to 6 Ascendancy tokens, which you get Ascendancy tokens by turning in culture. So yeah, we have 3 factions to choose from. We have the Federation, Klingons, and Romulans. For those of you that, for those of you that are criticizing me already, yes, this game mat is a Star Wars game mat, and I know that's huge juju that people don't like doing. Don't mix Star Wars with Star Trek. It's whatever. I don't give a crap. It's a nice mat that is the size that we need, 3 by 3 feet to play on. So I don't care if you see little AT-ATs walking down here. So
I thought you
I had another star mat, but
I thought you bought the mat that came with it.
No, I want to. Actually, when you go to Origins, if you find one, I will give you money for it because the Gale Force one, it's like a little bigger and it adds extra space to put your game mat and everything on. And it starts with like little nebulas on where certain places should start.
Nice.
So, but yeah, if you happen to see one at Origins, definitely pick it up. I think they wanted, last one I saw on eBay was $60 or $70, but I'm sure it might be a little cheaper. But you'd have to buy it probably first day at Origins because I think they ran out when I went to go buy this game. So this game is just the base game. There are 3 or 4 other expansions that add the Borg, the Ferengi, and Cardassians that we'll eventually get to. If this actually goes pretty good, then we might we'll turn it into a 4-player game down the road. But right now, just because we don't really know, I don't really know exactly what I'm doing, we'll keep it at this. Which faction would you like to start with? There are...
Klingon.
Klingon? Okay. So I will get these over here to you. So starting base within 3 inches from the edge. These are going to be your star bases that you won't have to worry about right now, but you can build those essentially on planets as you expand. You have all of these advancements in your Klingon group that you can go through by researching to use research tokens. You'll start with this one, and then there'll be things that we can do to pull out the other ones. Trade agreements. I'm not sure how those are going to work since it's only 2-player, but we'll figure that out. And then you'll have, so if you want, I guess we could do like the, if you want, you could, there's special sided battle fleet cards, which give like extra text based on how many ships that you put into this battle fleet, or just generically fill the board with that, as many guys as you want to keep, and that's it. So it's up to you on how you want to use those. What else we got going on here? Okay, and then your player reference, which has a build phase and then a command phase on the other side. So I am definitely going to go with the Federation. So I'll put this here. If you want a semi-example of how I have it set up here. Like that, to where like stuff is kind of slightly organized however you want. I guess it doesn't really matter. But so the game works in a couple phases. We have the first build phase, and then we'll have after the build phase we have a command phase. Let's see, on your build phase you can build ships, you can build any kind of nodes, which we'll explain the nodes here in a second. You can colonize sectors, and you can commit research. And then when you flip over to the command phase, you have these yellow command tokens that for each command that you do, you flip it over to utilize it. Just it keeps track of how many commands you have left. So on a command phase you can move, use homogeny, which culturally takes over sectors or systems. You can initiate space battles, you can launch new projects from your research deck, and you can commission star bases and whatnot. Which you would think commissioning star bases would like be building, but it doesn't work that way. So, okay, so put these off to the side. My starting advancement. Put this here.
Put this on the start.
Yeah. I guess I'm just gonna put these here. I mean, you can put, yeah, they have spots on the game board for resources, but let's see. So you are gonna use the advanced side. I think I will as well. Reroll for homogeny. Actually, I take that back. I'm gonna do.
Oh, I didn't even look at those yet. I was just gonna.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll wait then. I will wait. Because if you want to make it interesting, we could do like one regular battle fleet, and then the other two could be the special text side. But so yeah, there should be 3. You can just put them right in front of the on top of the card, I guess, for now. And you should have these little slider pieces that will go on your board and start at the
I got
side.
that.
Yep. There's my other slider. So slider there. And so there's regular ships.
It's too bad I don't remember Klingon.
And then there's a bunch of these control nodes that are in here.
Then you have your 3 fleet ones with
Yep. With the little tabs on the bottom, yep. 1, 2,
Alright,
3.
what did they?
Okay. So actually, put these up here. So let's see, when a fleet braves hazard, only roll
I mean, it's
for
kind of cool.
one of its ships.
The advanced.
Yeah, it adds just a little extra. This fleet may brave the hazard.
Since there's only 2 of us, we might as well just, make it a little fancier.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do the science fleet for my first group. Fleet 1. You may re-roll your homogeny roll in a system this fleet occupies. I'm just gonna do colonization. On your turn, you may discard a ship from the fleet and disband this fleet to immediately colonize an undeveloped system without suspending a culture. I will also do that one.
Do we only choose 2? Or?
Yeah, let's just choose 2. And then the third one. Oh man, this was all jacked up. Oh, it's because it doesn't. That's why. So I'm going to choose 2, and then my third one's just going to regular battle fleet. I guess if you want to do all 3, go ahead and do all 3. It doesn't matter. But I don't really care for this diplomatic one. I probably won't use homogeny too often. Okay, so
2 and 3 are pretty much the same.
starting base. Yeah, it's about 3 inches away, right? I need 1 control node.
This far away.
Yeah, about that far. And then those. Okay. I guess we could roll to see who goes first. I think, unless it says specifically who goes first.
That is not the die roll.
Turns, game round. So game round has initiative, execution, and recharge. Initiative, player spends resources to influence. Oh yeah, we have like a turn order that starts it. I forgot.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not sure. I don't remember how these were. Like which one's first or second. But like once we start, I think once we come into contact with each other, you can spend resources to whoever wants to try and go first. So.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I remember that.
So spend a resource to influence galactic politics and seize the initiative of this game round. Player spends the most resources will pick up turn order card from for the upcoming round. Players may only spend resources if they have made first contact, which we haven't. Execution, then we do our build and research projects, upgrade weapon shields, issue commands. On your turn, players may also spend 5 culture. Oh, so you have to spend 5 culture to gain these ascendancy tokens. Then recharge step at the end of the each recharge step consists of a victory check, generate resources, refresh cards and tokens, add warp tokens to ships, and resupply phenomenons if they exist. Okay, I think that's it. So turn orders. We'll see what we get then. I get to go first. So choosing turn order, did that. Build phase. I have, so we all start with 3 resources each, 3 production, 3 culture, 3 research. What can I do on my turn? Let's see, each turn has a build phase. You may finish spending resources, flip over this card, and the command phase begins. There's also, I forgot there are extra text on these as well. So, Prime Directive, Federation may never invade planets or colonize pre-warp inhabited systems. Forgot about that. Which is weird, because colonization here says I could do it. Undeveloped systems without spending a culture. But, whatever. Explore strange new worlds. Take 1 culture when you draw a civilization exploration card or discover a new phenomenon. So that's good. That'll help build up the ascendancy I need. Okay, building. I am... Oh, and we start with... we're forgetting something. I think we start with 3 ships on our starting. We do.
Should we start with?
Yeah.
Ships.
So we get 1, 2, 3. Let's see, building ships. Ships cost 1 production each. You may build ships at any starbase or control of your home system, assuming you control your own home world, which you should. If you're building 3 or more ships in a system, you may immediately group them into a fleet without spending a command, because later you can command them into being a fleet, I think. Yeah, move ships and fleets. So, what do I want to do first? I will spend 3 production right off the bat to put 3 ships into my science fleet, which will go onto my home base there. I guess you'll be in charge of some of the stuff over there.
Okay.
We'll need these dice eventually too, and we'll need these. I think this is still set right. I'm pretty sure I did it. You like take out all the phenomena and then you sort it into the pile, but we didn't touch it since I last set it up, so it'll be fine. I'll just leave it as is.
Yeah, I think it was like what, 3
Yeah.
times the amount of players you have.
Something like
set
that. And
aside.
you stack those on top then, so you don't deal with phenomenon the first couple. But
Yeah.
it's not a big deal, I don't think. If anything, it might take us longer to get to some of the phenomenon. Okay, so I built that. I want to. Starting advancement. When attempting homogeny, add 1 to your dice roll. How do those work? Commit resources. If you're building, in your building phase, you may also commit resources to an advancement project. The amount of resources required to finish this project is listed in the upper left corner. Starting advancement automatically gets added, I think. So right now we have no project. You may add 1 research token to the advancement for a turn. Yeah, because you use a command to activate a new one. Pretty sure. Once you've committed tokens to the research project, you cannot move them around or take them back. In the first game, players won't have any projects yet. In the command phase, you may use the command to launch new projects. Yep. Okay, so I guess I'm done because I don't want to spend anything else. So I'm going to go to my command phase. I want to move a ship. So it's going to cost 1 to move. Actually, I'm just going to toss them on here as I do it. Well, no, because you can do it multiple times. So I need that lane die, the blue die over there. And I think, do you have to announce who is being moved first, I think? Impulse movement. All ships have a base impulse speed of 2. To move a ship at impulse, exhaust the command token, which I did, and move a ship up to 2 sectors. You may place new space lanes and systems at impulse. Discovering new systems always ends your movement. As you move your ship into unexplored space, you place a new space lane. Build. Okay. So I'm going to take just a single ship because I don't want to get too crazy here. Space lane of 3. I'm going to put this one, let's start going this way first, and then this ship's going to move 1, 2. I also am going to move again and do, let's see what space lane we get this time. The bottom number also determines how many space lanes can be off of one planet, so this one can have up to 4. 4. Alright, so this ship is going to start going this way. 1, 2. I am going to, before I get any further, I'm going to...
Is the end of the space lane where a planet is?
Yes, yep. So there should be some kind of planet here that would end up getting flipped. Once it gets flipped, then we also draw an exploration card to see what kind of a civilization ends there, or starts there. So I spent this one. I'm going to do an advancement, which then I draw 2, discard 1. Ooh. Oh both so good. So one of these creates more production nodes, no matter what, even if the system's capacity, allows it. And then this one, I may add an extra space lane beyond the maximum number. So I think I want the production because I'm going to need resources. So draw that one, and I think you just toss it on the bottom here. Before I get too far on that. Exploring, space battles, planetary invasions, cultural homogeny, launching projects, and returning exhaust.
And so what's the max projects that you can have?
The number of research nodes you control is the number of projects you can have active. Since I have one research node, I can only have one available right now.
Okay.
You may launch projects even if you doing so would put you over. So you can launch as many as you want, but you can't finish them then until you have the amount of research stations that you to combine the cards. At any time, if you have more projects in your project area than control nodes, you must discard the number of projects until you're back down to the maximum number. Okay, makes sense. Place any discarded cards at the bottom of your advancement deck and return any research tokens. Do not shuffle your advanced deck. Note: you may sometimes take advancement cards from another player. If you discard an advancement from another player, it goes back to the bottom of their deck. Okay. I thought there's something that happens here. I think you'll just gain that warp token when it finishes. I think is how that works.
It makes sense.
Okay, so I got 2 commands left. Let's move one more ship up 2. And let's put one ship into warp then. So by putting it into warp, I toss it outside there. I need a warp token. And then I put this here pointing to where it came from, and then since I don't have any more commands to move it, I'm going to leave it there because at the end of our turns, right? Okay, so that'll be it then for me. Spends the 5. Okay. Because at the recharge state, any ships that are in warp will gain more warp tokens. So you need warp tokens to jump multiple systems. So, I think that's it then. So yeah, I think it's your turn now. So you are building,
Okay.
and then commanding.
So I'll build some ships on my assault.
Nice.
Because Klingons are all about killing people.
Uh-huh.
And then
They do that.
that is all I can do in the road phase.
Nice.
Then I guess I'll start moving. 2 lane.
Nice.
Launch project. So just draw 2.
Yep, draw 2.
1.
Decide which one you want, and then put the other one. I just put it face up underneath my deck.
Well, that's really cool. Oh, I got 2 really good ones.
Yeah.
I can get cloaking, which gives me first strike in all battles.
That would be a good one.
Or military, which during the build phase I just get a free ship on every one of my bases.
Or you could do that. So that is, yeah. That's your call.
That is two good ones. I feel like First Strike might be better.
Yeah. I mean, being able to
hit
me first.
Yeah.
You hit first anyways, I think, for your, maybe not.
No.
For your civils. Oh, maybe that was the Romulans.
No, I'm not allowed to retreat or surrender, but for every 3 ships that I destroy, I get a culture for.
Yeah, for Romulans, their first advancement is they get first strike. Nice.
Here. 2, I'm going to move some more. Another 2-laner.
2-laner.
So how do I put a...
So if you're gonna, you would have to spend another command to essentially move into it. And then you would draw the first one off the top. And then you would get this card that goes with it. So there's that. Izar. And then this goes with it, which is a warp capable 2. So then you take 2 warp tokens that go on that planet. And then we just do what the card says. So we develop up to 2 resource nodes in priority order. So the priority order starts, I think, at the bottom and works its way up. So we just build a production and a research. And it doesn't get any kind of control node because none of us have control it yet. Place 2 warp tokens on this system, making it a warp-capable independent civilization. And that's it. So then now you could use like your homogeny to attempt to control, or I think there's ways that you can space battle it. We'd have to do some more reading.
System, attack, develop system, or... I have my fleet, when I do planetary invasions, I get a reroll on 1s.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if I should... Do I invade it? Do an attack to invade it, or do I do the attempt?
I'm not sure. Let's see here. Commanding. See, traveling out warp. These are all just movements, I think. Building your galaxy, placing new space lanes, abandoning space lanes. Placing new system disks when moving an impulse. You may so you place a new system on the table, draw the system disk off the top, connect it to your space lane, move your ship into that new system. Moving into a newly placed system always ends your movement. New systems may not be touched or overlapped. Placing a new disk at warp, which we are not doing. Destroyed systems making connections. Additional map rules. Space lanes cannot move across each other. Oh. Didn't discover phenomenon. Discovering planetary systems. Okay, most systems are planetary systems containing potentially habitable worlds. Planetary systems feature the most prominent planets along with any type of node that can be built on the system. If a system you discover is a hazardous planet, the ship must brave the hazard first, which we didn't. So don't worry about it.
No hazard.
If a ship does not survive a hazard, blah blah blah. If any ship does not survive any entry of a hazard, no. Do not draw exploration cards if you discover a phenomenon. Okay, exploration cards. There are 4 types of exploration cards. Civilization. We're just going to jump down to this. Some systems you'll discover are already inhabited. These independent civilizations range from primitive, pre-warp, to fully capable warp. Advanced cultures. When you draw a civilization card, which we did, the card will direct you to enter, to either place production tokens on the system, marking it as a pre-warp civilization, or warp tokens, making it a warp-capable civilization. Pre-warp. Jeez. Come on. Where is it? Taking control of warp-capable civilization. Here we go. Okay. Warp-capable civilizations have discovered sufficient technology and built up their planet's infrastructure such that colonization is no longer an option. Taking control of a system that's inhabited with a warp-capable civilization is more difficult than simply colonizing a system with a pre-warp. Whenever there is a developed structure on the planet, homogeny or invasion are the only two options for taking control. That's it. So
go to
let's
homogeny.
look up homogeny first, I guess. Planetary invasions. Okay. I guess. So cultural homogeny, when a ship occupies a developed sector you don't control, you can attempt to culturally take over the system through homogeny. How resistant a system is to homogeny depends on how developed its infrastructure is and its culture's ascendancy. It normally requires to spend 2 culture tokens to take control of a system via homogeny. One to make the attempt, and another to take control. So you're using the control tokens just as a means of starting and stopping, I guess. The homogeny resistance of a system is equal to the number of structures in the system plus ascendancy tokens of the player who controls it. Star bases and nodes count as structures and add 1. To attempt cultural homogeny, exhaust a command and spend 1 culture. Next, roll a die. Then add your current ascendancy. So in this one's case, let's see.
So I rolled a 6.
So you roll a 6 plus your 1 is 7.
7.
And there's only 2 structures on there, so then you would take control then.
So I do this.
If the total number is higher than the homogeny resistance of the system, which again, the homogeny resistance is the number of structures, and that's it. Since
so
that
I
was
spend the 2.
So you spend your 2 culture, and that's it. Homogeny of, let's see, if you discover 1, 2, or 3 warp capable, the exploration card will direct you to develop some of the system's capacity and a number of warp tokens. Warp tokens on an independent warp culture is added to the system's homogeny resistance. Oh, my bad. So that technically would have been a 4. So 2 warp plus the 2 structures is 4 total, which you rolled a 6 plus your 7 for your thing. You're still over. I think you then gain those warp tokens. Independent columns won't have control nodes. Homogeny resistance of the system is the number of development resources plus the number of warp tokens. Yep. You may not homogeny pre-warp in uninhabited systems. They must be colonized before building. Seizing star bases and research nodes. Oh, jeez, there are so many things to do. I'm pretty sure you gain those tokens.
Yeah.
I didn't see anywhere that they just go away. Even if your ascendancy is high enough relative to the system's resistance, that homogeny is going to be automatically successful, you still need to pay a total of 2 culture, 1 to attempt and 1 to take control. Seizing star bases. Yeah.
So how do you gain the like tokens to use?
So after we're all done, we'll count up how many things we are in control of, and then that's where you'll gain.
So I'll get like 2
You'll get
science, 2
production and 1 culture.
culture.
Yep. So you're always going to get at least the base at the
Yeah.
end of every round, but obviously the more colonies you take control.
Very nice.
Yeah. Invading uncontrolled systems, tech levels. Jeez. Planetary invasion. Successful invasion. The attacker scores more hits. Collateral damage, total annihilation. Jeez. Star bases are too valuable to destroy. Invading uncontrolled systems.
You can only add 1 research thing per turn.
Yeah, only 1 onto, which kind of sucks. Here we go.
But you can.
system
You
has.
may also upgrade weapons and shields. So you can just pay this to upgrade your stuff.
I think so. Yes. Let's see. Recharging stage, launch projects. Let's see here. Space battles, 2 or more players, discovering new planets, movement. Yeah, is there anything on there that says like how to increase those?
No.
It might be only based on your advancement cards that increase those.
Increase what?
Your shields or weapons.
Oh, it says right here, cost to upgrade. It says it right on your main board.
Oh, cost to upgrade. Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So would that be done during the
It's the build phase.
build phase? Oh.
Yeah, it says commit research. You may add 1 research token to each advancement per turn.
You may also upgrade
upgrade
wheels,
that
shields.
shield.
Okay, that makes sense. Cool.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay, so that's everything that you have. So we are both now in the. So at the end of each round, there's a recharge stage, in which players research nodes to generate resources, and some game maintenance takes place. Victory check. Does anybody have, what did we say? 5?
Yeah.
5 ascendancy tokens? No.
Nope.
Extermination. If a player has no starships or controls no systems, their civilization has been exterminated. That's gruesome. So, generating research. Each player takes a research for each node that they control. Alright, so I'm going to gain just 1 of each. 1, 1, 1.
Oh, okay.
1. Okay. Some advancements also may generate resources.
Pretty sweet that I could take.
Trade profits for each trade agreement has a number of resources pictured on it. Like if we end up meeting each other and we meet somewhere, like we can have agreements to allow like our ships to kind of go in and out of things. And then that's where these will give us extra productions too. So once that's done, remember your trade agreements don't do you any good. Only trade agreements from other players generate resources. Yeah. Exhausted trade agreements. Sometimes trade agreement may become exhausted. You do not receive any resources from it. Don't have to worry about that. Maintenance. After all players have finished generating resources, there are a few other things that we need to do before we start the next round. Refresh cards and command tokens. As part of this maintenance, refresh all cards and command tokens. So yeah, I have these flip over here. Back to yellow. Plus 1 star base, command token. Okay. Oh yeah, for each star base that you add, you gain an extra command token too. So there's ways that you can get more commands. Refreshing trade agreements, don't worry about that. Add, okay, so now we add warp tokens. I have 1 ship in warp. So I'm gonna...
so I don't put this out yet until I see that's a build. Colonize.
Yeah,
Build.
that is a good question.
Yeah, it says 1 culture and 1 ship too.
So, planetary invasion, but you invaded it,
Yeah, I colonized it.
colonized it,
Or
but you
like,
haven't
yeah.
put a control node maybe. Uncontrolled planets do not have control nodes to fight. Uncontrolled planet resource nodes add 1 more dice as normal.
So if you control it, I don't get. Do I not put this on until I colonize it? And it shows that it costs a ship to do that. But
Yeah. Doesn't really say here. See, when you discover 1 tier 3 civilization, do as the card is directed, develop the system capabilities. The warp token on independent. Let's see, won't have control nodes. The homogeny resistance of the system.
this is alright. Colonize this is build on undeveloped system. So this is developed because it has stuff on it.
So then homogeny would just be that
It looks like you add it, because at least like if you're taking control of one that's been taken by another player, you swap out the control nodes. But
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, because this is already it's a developed thing, and this says that you would build to colonize on it
So
undeveloped.
for example, the Romulans now are attempting homogeny level 3, which is what ours even was. The system has 3 development nodes plus 3 warp tokens, giving the system a resistance of 6. Romulans will need to get a total of 7 attempt. But yeah, I mean, in the picture, it doesn't show that they added a control node though. So to attempt culture homogeny, exhaust this command token and spend a culture. Roll the die. If the total number is higher than the homogeny resistance of the system, you may pay an additional token to take. Oh, you may pay an additional culture token to take control of the system. Place your control node on that system. So you're spending that culture token to gain control of it then.
So I just need to spend an extra one during that.
You should. I thought you spent 2. Oh yeah, you need to spend 1 more then. Yeah.
Okay.
So then that one would add your.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Right? I mean, that's what it says there. Place your culture, your control node on the system. Yeah.
Add an extra one. So.
I mean, the example shows it's kind of different because the example shows is if you're taking it from another player, not the card.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming if you're spending the whole point of that second culture token is to place a control node. So.
The third one.
Because on this side.
Because it costs.
It costs a ship and. Yeah.
It costs a ship and
a culture, regardless, to place some kind of.
Yeah, that's on
uncolonized. Yeah, but that one was definitely colonized already. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you'd need 3 to do that total, right? Because it's one to initiate it, 1 to end it, and then 1 extra to.
Just 1 to initiate it and 1 to control it.
Oh, so it's just 2 total.
If you had, it's just 2 total. Oh crap, it's gone. You have to move the desk a little.
I've got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just 2 total. So
Okay.
1 to start it, 1 to colonize it once it's completed.
Okay.
I would assume if you don't roll what you need, you obviously don't play the other. You wouldn't spend the other culture because you didn't take control of it. So. Okay. We do everything.
Yep.
So I added warp tokens, add research tokens to phenomenon which don't exist, and I think that's it. So now we go back to our cards here, which I really hate that. Like, how can you tell which one's going to be?
You could get an app up and we can just use that.
Oh yeah, like the
touch app.
what do you call it?
Or we could roll it down to see who goes first if you want.
I think you call it like a schwazi or something like that. I don't remember. What? You get to go first this time.
Okay.
Okay. So now this has 2 warp tokens.
So in this build phase, I'm going to. Well, I'm going to put a research here.
Yeah. Because yeah.
Yeah. And then, since I have enough, I might as well make myself stronger. And then.
Excuse-moi.
So because this has an open site, can I put a culture thing there, or is it not allowed because it's not on its list?
You may build it.
That's what.
Because it's open, yeah. So the last open one is whatever you want to build there then. So you could, spend 2 culture
I could
and a
spend
production
2 culture, or
to add another, yep.
Yeah.
Build on culture or open sites. Which that last one is open.
Yeah. I might want to save my stuff. Make myself stronger. Or do I want to do that at all? Because this is just for if we're fighting each other, right?
No.
It's against ships.
It's against. Well, it could be against planets too. Like some of the planets have those hazard symbols on it, so that would help shields and weapons towards. Yeah, because some of those exploration cards will be bad things that are like people trying to attack us as we're.
That's true.
Exploring, so they benefit both.
Alright, I guess that's really all I can do because I want to explore more, so. Alright, I'll go to start moving. We're going to put that one here. Five port. And
draw a card, see what it does. Another warp capable.
Warp capable, it's a 3.
And develop up to 3 resource nodes in priority, which that one can only hold 1.
I can only hold 1.
Yep.
Then
that's it. Same thing. Just goes off to the side, and you can. Not. I don't know if you have enough culture. Oh yeah, you got 2. You could.
I got enough.
Essentially, do it again.
Do it
so
again.
It'll be 3, 4 is its resistance. You'd have to roll 5 or higher, I think.
5 or well, and then it goes off of. I forgot what mine is.
So yours is your dice roll plus your ascendancy token. I think that's it. Let's see. Romulan's your target. Yep. So it's just your dice roll plus your ascendancy tokens.
I want more.
3, 4. So yeah, it'd have to be a 5 or higher.
Screw it, I'm gonna try it.
Nice. Well, yeah, you spend the 1 for now.
Oh yeah.
And then, if you win it, then.
I got a 4.
So you have so 5 total, which wait no 5 total still wins it, right? Because it's.
Oh yeah,
3,
I needed a 5.
Yeah, you needed a 5. Yeah.
Right.
Sorry.
So yeah.
So now you can spend your last and then plus another.
One.
Yep. Unfortunately, you can't really build anything else on that.
Yeah,
but it's still another production.
It's another production.
Nice.
So that's move that. I'll do another move. And the last one, I will launch another.
Nice. Yeah, since you can do up to 2.
Each round of space battle. I can just self-destruct and win, or
Kill everything.
those are in each
and
round.
Somehow you still win.
In each round of space battle, instead of rolling to hit, you may destroy any number of your ships to destroy the same number of your rival ships.
That's
Just be like, I win because we both
Sacrifice.
lose. When you initiate a space battle, and you win. Ooh, that's kind of fun. Refresh command tokens for every casualty taken.
Oh man. Yeah, that's a good one too.
That's kind of a good one. I'm gonna go with that one. And that is all of my things.
Alright. Well, I don't really have too much I can do. I'm going to spend 1 production to build a new ship. And I think that's it. Oh, and I'm going to pay 1 research to go on that. I have no colonies that I can build on yet, so, well, I guess I could spend, I will do that. So I'm going to spend, no, I can't, because I just spent the one I needed. That's okay. Man, I need to spend 8 or 6 to increase it? Are yours cheaper?
6 and 4.
Oh, wow. No, it's the same. Weapons, 4, yeah. So, you spend this number
Yeah, and then it moves
to increase. Okay, so I would need 4 to move it up 1. That makes sense, because, yeah, this top one has nothing. Okay. Yep. So, yeah, that's all I can do. So then I'm going to go here. So I guess we'll do the first one. Let's move this one over here. Well, actually, let's discover this one, which is Deneb 5. Please be something good. Oh, Virgin Planet. Nothing happens. You discovered an untouched planet, perfect for colonization. Cool. What did I see about that?
So
Waiting.
when you're occupying it during your build phase, you can colonize it.
I could colonize it, and yeah, have to spend a ship and the culture to add a node. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna leave that there then, and then I can take this ship out of warp, I think. So I'm going to take them out of warp, and I get to go up to two systems away. So I think I'm just going to go this way. Let's roll that. So I get a 3. And then we're going to connect it off this way. And then I'm pretty sure these just go away, and then this will be discovered then. Is where I'm going to drop them. Hazard planet. Well, it has a hazard on it. It's not a phenomenon, which is good. So I think I need to... Oh, so that's this fleet. So when a fleet braves a hazard, which it's going to do, only roll for 1 of its ships. So that's a plus, I think. This fleet may brave a hazard of a phenomenon that occupies without exhausting command, which is okay because it's not a phenomenon. Okay, so I need... How does this work? I think it's... discovery phenomenon, which technically isn't. Here, hazardous systems. Some systems are marked with a red alert warning. When a ship ends their movement, they must brave the hazard to see if they survive. Ships, shields protect against hazards. My shield is currently at 0. To brave a hazard, add the ship's shield modifier to the system's hazard level, which that's a 6. Crap. Okay, the player to your right then rolls a die for each ship that ended their movement. Okay, well that sucks. So luckily you only get to roll 1 for me. Since my science fleet does that. Okay, that sucks. For each die that is equal to or higher than the shield modifier, destroy 1 ship. Oh, okay. So for each die rolled that is equal to or higher than the modified hazard level. So if it was 6 or higher, then I would lose a ship. So I don't lose anything. That's why you're rolling it. That 1 ship is destroyed. So for the example,
So 6
the
is a
Federation
good-
ship
good
moves
one to-
moves into a stellar nursery, which has a hazard level of 4. The Federation had upgraded ships, upgraded shields, so they had a +1 modifier. The Klingon player then rolls a die. A roll of a 5 or a 6 will destroy the ship. So in this case, a roll of a 6 would have destroyed a ship. So we're good. All right. Well, that was easy.
And then you do this.
And then we do that. Yep.
Level 3.
Nice. So that's gonna get
Take these.
3 more warp tokens. And then we are going to develop develop up to 3 nodes. So 2 blues and just
It just
one
has
because it
one.
only has 1. My bad. I was looking at that one. That's it. Place 3 warp tokens on it. Warp capable, which is good because I can't do anything with pre-warp uninhabited, so that's a plus. Okay,
That was only 2.
that was only 2 commands. It's kind of a lot. Let's do homogeny on that one, I guess. Which now would make sense for the other side of this card. Where I would have somehow... Oh, no, I get to add 1 to my dice roll anyways for my advancement. Okay. So I will spend a command, and then my first culture should do homogeny, which, so this one's case, it's 4. So I have to roll a 4 better. Right? I think is what it was, or...
Yeah.
6.
You got it.
7, so I definitely get that. So then I'm going to spend my other culture then to then gain a node for it. Okay. Now that I have another research, I could launch another project, which actually I will do. Not that I'm making enough production elsewhere, but whatever. So that will be this last one. Planetary defense, planetary invasion. Systems you control ignore 1 hit for every round of combat. That's nice. During your research generation, collect 2 research for each rival trade agreement you hold. Keep 1. I don't know if I like that one since I don't have any trade agreements. So I guess we'll do the military one. Alright, and then last one, we are going to move the ship 1, 2 into a new one. Ardana, no hazard.
Yeah.
Yet. Pretty much.
The explanation is a crisis.
Damn it. That sucks. Neutronic wavefront. You may either exhaust the command token, which I don't have any, and place all your ships in the system at warp, or all your ships in the system must brave the level 4 hazard. Let's...
You don't have any command tokens, so you just have to brave the...
I almost have to brave it. Replace all your ships in the system at warp.
I rolled 2. You're good.
So I'm good. Okay, good. 'Cause that kind of sucks. That would have really sucked.
Just blow up your ship.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. I can't build anything else. I can't do any of that. So I think we are done then. Again, right?
Good.
So these go back. We are going to... Any ships at warp gain tokens, which there aren't. What else?
Get our stuff.
Maintenance. Okay, so yeah, resource generation, which is going to be 2 research, 1 production, 1 culture. Nice. Good. Nothing with trade agreements, no card refresh, add warp tokens, add research, we're good. So, I think that's it. I am going to find that. That's card thing's stupid. I thought I had it on here. Oh, Dad. I was also wondering what I'm doing.
galactic discoveries.
There we go. Schwazi finger chooser. Install. Should take like 5 seconds. It's like half a megabyte large. I guess we'll see. Is anybody chatting? No. Is anybody watching? Probably not. There's one person watching, but that might just be my stream. Woo. Okay. Finger. Alright. So then I think we just... Haha! I go first. Much easier. And it's random. Okay. Oh yeah, and all these switch back. Let's see. Build phase. When can I build the star bases again? I think they said that was part of commission star. It's over here. It's on the commission command side. Okay.
What were you trying to do?
A star base. Commissioning fleets and star bases. Star bases allow you to build ships away from your home planet. Commissioning a star base is a major endeavor, not taken lightly. To commission a star base, exhaust the command token and place a star base token next to the system. There is no resource cost to commission, but you may only place 3 of them on the course of the game. You may only commission 1 star base per ascendancy level you achieve. Oh, so I only have 1. I could make 1 star base right now, but
What is the star base?
If you add it out here, I could build ships out here then instead of only being built there. But I'm not gonna worry about that.
I was just wondering, like, what is the token or whatever to?
Oh, it's these ones, these half circle ones.
These
Yep. So, yeah, on the back side, if you have 1, then you can place this 1. So that's what those are. How's the quality? Does it look decent? Should be semi 1080p, I think, but
Yeah, looks fine.
okay. It's also only as good as the internet speed, which it looked like it was pretty good today. So, okay, I need to build something. I'm going to. Crap. It's actually fairly quick too, because I can hear myself. This actually isn't good. Because I can't... I should have been saving my production resources. Can you mute that? So I don't hear myself, because it's going to be distracting. Nice. Okay. I guess first let's do this. Let's spend a culture and a ship to colonize that. And then let's do the same. Oops. Let's do the same for this one. I want to spend a culture and a ship to colonize this one. Build on undeveloped systems you occupy. Yep. I may never invade planets or colonize pre-warp inhabitants, so that's good. None of those were inhabited, so we're good. Okay, so there's those. That really sucks. Oh, and I'm going to commit 1, 2, I could do all of that. So let's put 1 onto this one. And then I'm going to spend 4, 2, 3, 4 to increase my weapons. 1. Nope. I'm going to save it, and I'm going to get those shields, because I think those are way more helpful, since
Yeah, after
I don't think we're going to be too close just yet. I think.
Yeah, after seeing what you went through, I wish I would have saved mine and then.
Nice. Okay. So my build phase is done. I'm gonna save the rest of my stuff. I'm going to. I'm gonna move. Man, I wish they were in a fleet. I don't have these warp tokens either, do I? Did we say we're gaining these, right? As they happen?
Yeah.
Okay, so this 3 would have been mine. Damn it. I don't know what I want to do. What was that? Spend a token and then commission a starbase. There are no resource costs for commissioning a starbase, but you only place 3. So I'm going to place my first one actually out here. Just so it's kind of protecting that too, because it adds another. Man, it sucks that I can't put anything else on there. Go. I don't know what I want to do. I guess I'll just move some ships around. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to get there. I guess we'll put another one in warp here. I don't want to do any more of that. I really just want to gain more resources is what I was looking for.
That's kind of weird.
That's kind of all I can do. I don't want to explore anymore. I mean, I guess I could send this one to at least open up another space lane, because this one can hold up to 5. Let's do that. So this last guy is going to 3 on another space lane. So let's start coming this way, I guess. So I go 1, 2. I think that's it. That's all my commands. Your turn.
Okay.
While this is set up, I need to take pictures, by the way. I brought my nice camera in case I want to get some really nice pictures, but I guess it doesn't matter.
So build some more ships. That is all I can do. All I can do in
Build.
my build once I build 2 more ships. Just be crazy with all my ships. Yeah, I think that's it. Alright.
I love pickled ginger.
Yes. Me too.
It has like that kind of sweet. Similar.
Or do I want that to be this way? Yeah.
I guess it doesn't matter. I guess that way at least we'll know whose is whose.
Yeah. Put that one
some moving.
Oh. Can I retract something? Never mind. Never mind. I don't even have that research done. Never mind. I was like, oh yeah. Well, I need to finish this research before I can actually start doing that. So for the more colonizing I do, I automatically get nodes put on it, which is nice. Across the hall. The music's loud.
That's a little crazy. What? Alright, that's everything.
Just chilling on warp.
Shouldn't work.
Has he been there a while?
No, just put that there.
He will only get one warp token, I think.
Only one?
Yeah, just one. And then the longer he sits out there, the more warp tokens he'll gain just by sitting in warp.
Oh, okay.
And then, yeah, that'll allow him then. So like it's like you're staying out here longer, but then it lets you jump further really quick. So.
Yeah. So reset everything. Gain.
Reset these.
Stuff.
I didn't really gain anything to research. One culture, one production. I have one ship in warp, as do you, so then they will now gain another. Oh yeah. Not from the supply, from mine. I guess. Well, that's what I'm not sure either. Like, I guess you could, unless these are really insignificant as they only come from that, but. Like, maybe since we gain these, you could put 3 on it, I guess, if you wanted to instantly jump at 3 spaces. 3 systems, but we could be doing that wrong.
Figure that out quick.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering, because if it's, you can only gain warp from, like, civilizations, maybe that initial warp that you did, you couldn't have done because you didn't have the warp capability yet, or...
This one, he definitely sat out there 2 turns gaining
Well, yeah, but...
warp, so he could have definitely jumped at least 2 systems.
Yeah. But,
I mean, yeah, if you had the tokens already, why wouldn't you just, throw it onto something that can... So, let's see, entering warp. To enter warp, exhaust the command token and move your ship off the system or space lane that they are occupying it, and place a warp token next to the ship pointing to the sector in which they entered warp. Ships will acclimate additional warp tokens at the end of each game round, or by spending additional commands. So maybe these warp tokens don't do anything if maybe we don't really gain them, they just go away. They're just meant as a marker to know what the resistance is.
oh, okay.
Because, I think the only way you can gain more is by letting it sit and wait turns. To have a ship at warp, exit warp, exhaust command. When a ship exits warp, you may move through the number of systems equal to the number of warp tokens you've acclimated, plus the number of warp tokens pictured on your completed achievements.
What is that?
So, one more time. See, when a ship exits warp, you may move through a number of systems equal to the number of warp tokens that you've acclimated per end recharge, plus the number of warp tokens on your completed achievements. So we probably aren't supposed to get these. So I'm almost positive now that makes more sense. So whatever you acclimate per turn, plus an additional if you have completed achievements for it. So you have 2 that you're working on. Mine luckily start... Oh, no, I don't even have... So I have to finish that one to be able to get it too.
Yeah.
So if your ship enters warp from a system, do not count the system in which it started. Yeah, so in this case it had 2, so it's 1, 2. We won't go with that one. You may choose to move through fewer systems or exit warp early in a space lane. When you come out of warp, you may stop in any sector of space lane after exiting warp. Discard the warp tokens. Traveling at warp, you may also use command to give another warp token to a ship or fleet who has already entered warp. Ships at warp also receive initial warp tokens during the recharge stage. That's it. Yeah, so we must not keep those when we defeat them. Which makes more sense now, because there's, no point in...
Okay, on to the figuring out who goes first.
Was that it? We recharged everything, we got our resources. Yeah. There's my phone. Unfortunately, I have to keep opening it and closing it. Me. Damn it.
Alright.
It's actually been pretty good so far. Like, we're back and forthing our starts, which is good.
I'm just gonna keep going crazy with
Refill that fridge before we leave today. There's no D&D tomorrow either. So technically I could just leave this table the way it is.
is all my production onto commanding. So I'll start with this guy. Nice. And level 0.
Was a hazard card?
No, it just says civilization pre-warp level
pre-warp.
0.
Yep, which I can't do shit on it.
Skill attack survive. Technology, society. So I just place 1 production token on the system.
This one production, yep. That's pretty much it.
So it sucks that it doesn't like have all of its fun stuff, but
So you'd have to build it later once you colonize it.
yeah. But I gotta roll a nothing to.
Essentially just a 1.
Yeah, anything but a 1.
Anything. Well, even if you've rolled a 1, you still would win because you have your ascendancy token, so it's automatic.
So there you
Really.
go.
So spend your 2, yep, colonize.
That's that.
Nice.
Woot woot. Sucks that it was production. I was hoping for another culture, but so only making 1 culture per turn. But there.
Yeah. I mean, with the Klingons, your easier bet might be moving your planets this way to try and connect to be able to just maybe destroy me. But, I don't know, I feel like, my cards are definitely geared towards more like quick production and culture. So
I probably should have put all that in here.
When you built it?
Yeah.
How many did you build?
5.
5? I mean, if you want, go ahead and take as many as you want, the 4 that you need, and just put it into a fleet. I'll give you 1.
Sounds good. I mean, I could use a command and do it in it, but
Yeah, but it's okay. And then put your 1 fleet marker out there.
1, and then he's gonna move.
Space lane, yep.
4.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start coming your way. Nice. So that was another command.
That was that command.
Oh.
And then this command.
We can't have any more projects going.
No, not yet. I mean, I can just keep moving.
Yeah, 2 more there.
2 over there.
And then last command to explore that next. So the thing about these two, like if needed, you can move it this way to be able to, like these things can move after they've been placed. But once they have 2 on it like this one's stuck here. It can't go anywhere else. This one can still move. But I think like as soon as it like, this could technically still move too since it doesn't have a planet on the end.
Hazard.
Ooh, that's a phenomenon too. So that one's going to gain a research token on it. So if we hold this here and just like that. Good.
Alright, so
So it's same as any hazardous planet. I
you
think.
roll a 5 or higher and...
And you have shields too, don't you?
Nope.
Oh, no shields. Come on, 6. 5 or 6. Damn it. So it lives.
And then whatever this does to me.
Nope. For the phenomenon cards, you don't have to worry those.
Oh.
We can just feed that back in there. Yep.
So
but
just
I think you just gain their research.
We're trying.
Roll a dice. Let's see. If you don't stop in a hazardous sector, you do not have to roll a hazard, which you stopped though. If you're able to navigate around a dangerous sector, if you are building ships in a hazardous sector, you don't need to roll a hazard. Roll to deploy. Where is that? This phenomenon somewhere up here.
Do 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 do.
Found it.
Do 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 do.
Dang it. I don't remember where that was. Stop to brain it. Put 2 right rolls. Oh, yeah, for example. Oh, it doesn't say though.
There's 2 likes on your video.
Yay! On Facebook or on the video itself?
On the video itself.
Oh, good. People are watching it. Man. Oh, here we go. Discovering phenomenon. Not all systems contain habitable planets. This is a wide variety of interstellar phenomenon that deserves further study. Science is dangerous. Phenomena are hazardous to study and explore. When a system disk you discover is a phenomenon, place 1 research token from the supply on that. As with discovering any hazardous phenomenon, all ships in the system must brave a hazard. If at least 1 ship survives, take the research token from the phenomenon. That's it. You may place this research on one of your projects or in your reserve. So, yeah, you instantly took that one off there, and you can put it onto a research if you want, right off the bat, or in your reserve.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Then I can finish
for
mine
all
on the
ships that are
next time.
destroyed, a research token remains. Wait. If at least 1 ship survives. Okay. So, if you have no ships, you don't gain it, obviously. Do not draw an exploration card when discovering a phenomenon. Further study. During your recharge stage, a research token may be placed on each phenomenon that doesn't already have one. The first player, each round to successfully brave the phenomenon hazard, takes that research token. This research token may be placed on the project or added to reserve. So yeah, you can
So you can just
essentially
keep going back there and...
You'd have to go off it and then come back on. But yeah, you could keep doing it.
Just to get a...
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of a quick way to
get your things up quick.
get your things up quick because it goes straight on.
Yeah. Okay, you're good.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, so I need to do some production building here. So all I have is 2, and the only place I can build it is there. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna spend 2 production to get a production node. Added schmear. I am then going to spend a lot of this research, I think, so I'll need to put at least, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to put one more on that. I'm going to spend the 4 to increase my weapon, because you're getting pretty damn close. And I think that's all I can do for building. There's nothing else I can colonize. I can't build any more ships. Okay. Movement. That's first. Shit. First movement is going to be this guy, so he's going to go 1, 2. Oh.
Just kill him.
Yeah, take him right out. And we're going to move this one actually up here. Yeah, up here. So he's going to get on this, and then hopefully something decent. Nope, something good. Warp capable level 2. So it's going to get 2 warp tokens. Place 2 resource nodes. So I need a culture and a production. Place 2 warp tokens. Okay, that's good. That is not bad at all. So I'm going to then do homogeny. So I need to beat a 4. With my starting, I get to add 1 to my result, no matter what. So I need a 3, 2 or higher, really, is what it boils down to. Good. So I get it. So I'm going to spend the 1 to start it, the second one to colonize it. That was huge. And then these probably go away then, right? That's what we said. Good. That wasn't bad. I still got a couple more commands. Let's, can I pass? Like, what if I don't want to use them? I would assume I don't have to, right?
I guess.
Not that it's really doing much for me. Planetary invasions. Some special rules or advancements command may require exhaustive commands. Launching products, server projects. Additional rules. Starting advancements, advanced rules, radar galaxies. Sample first rule. Command phase. Following by command phase. I mean, I would assume you don't have to spend them all. There are a number of things you can do to issue commands. You may issue command exhaust. All commands may be issued multiple times as long as you have commands remaining. So I guess it doesn't matter. I guess I should probably keep exploring then, I guess. So let's do that one. Let's roll this. 3 space lane. Just gonna go here. He's just gonna move 1, 2. This one, let's drop him. Well, let's use that one to add a warp token then. And then let's do this last one to just jump him to the next, wherever the next one's going to end. So 1, 2, 3. Something good. Let's move it this way. So it gets it a little more away from you. So let's put that one there. New card. Ooh.
Alien Amusement Park.
You may choose to take 2 production or refresh 2 command. 2 production. For sure. That's huge. That's helpful. Very helpful. All right, that is all of my commands then as well.
Okay.
Good. All right,
Yep.
so everything with the command token. Let's see. Command nodes. So 1, 2, 3 production. Oh, that was huge. 1, 2 culture. And then 1, 2 research. Nice. Are there any ships in warp? You have 1 ship in warp, so he'll gain extra warp token. This phenomenon regains research. And then I think that's it. Right?
Yep.
Alright. Damn it. Alright.
Oh.
You're gonna finish that research. You can do that right off the bat now if you wanted.
Yeah, I could. I was debating on if I should build another research thing or. Yeah, why not? Might as well
I keep
finish that.
forgetting. This last one, I could have gained another culture. Take 1 culture when you draw a civilization exploration card. I'm not gonna worry about it. I gotta keep remembering to do it. Really is what I would need to do. But
Alright.
what I should do is I should put these on here so I don't forget. Maybe. Let's see. Any chat? Nope. Nobody cares about our chat. Do you want any amendments?
I'll take one.
I'll leave them over here.
Sure.
If you want one, just go ahead and grab it.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Snowman. I don't see you anymore. Making connections. When you're leaving a floating system, you can also move another floating system to try and make the connection between the two. When you leave the floating system, roll the space lane die to see what length space lane you're placing. If this space lane is long enough to bridge the gap between the floating systems, you can connect the 2 systems. So you have to be careful. That's going to be the next one to connect, is what's going to happen.
I was debating on if I should do it.
So this will go on this side.
Gonna do it.
You're going to do it, great.
Cause
So
why
it's
not?
getting closer. So we're going to eventually have a first contact here.
Right now.
Right now? Oh my god. So you are invading then, right? Is what that invading a planetary system because it's already colonized. Because it's not a space battle. It's not a. Well, let's see.
Well, I can invade your system or I can attack your ship.
Yeah.
So do I want to take over your thing first?
Planetary
Or do I wanna...
invasion. When your ships occupy a developed system you do not control, you use a command token to invade the planet.
I'll go with the attack you.
Attack me first.
Yep.
Alright, so space battles. Let's see. How does this work? Attacking from multiple sectors, which we're not doing. Let's see. You can exhaust a command token to do a space battle in an adjacent sector or in a single sector in which both ships, you both have ships. Each ship battle consists of the number of rounds of combat in which players roll to score hits, take casualties, and decide whether to retreat or keep fighting. The player who initiates the battle is the attacker. That would be you. Battling in the same sector. Normally, space battles take place between adjacent sectors, but can take place between rivals in the same sector. For example, this can happen if two civilizations had a trade agreement which was broken, a cloak device is used, or a player builds ship in a system occupied by a rival. This kind of looks like this. You're coming in and doing that, I think. Yeah. Scoring hits. Your current weapon level determines your hit roll. To score a hit, you need to roll equal to or higher than your hit roll. Your opponent's shield modifier is added to your hit roll, making it more difficult to hit. Both players roll a number of dice equal to the number of ships they have involved in the combat. All dice have a chance to score a hit and destroy rival ships.
I have one auto. Rolls of 6 or auto hit regardless of your shields. And then 2 normal hits.
So your hits are 4+ because of your weapon. Okay. So then I do the same, I guess? Or do I deduct that from my stuff now?
Oh no, I got the to hit. That's all I know.
Both players roll a number of dice equal to the number of ships they have in combat. So I guess I would roll 2 then. So I roll 3 as well, because I have 3 ships. Come on, something good. Nope. That one hits. Okay. Every hit, because I don't have any modified shields either. Every hit destroys a rival ship. Both players roll to hit and then take casualties simultaneously. If there's a choice where the casualty is going to be taken, the player may inflict the hit.
So I destroyed 3 of yours, you destroyed 1 of mine.
Yeah, so my fleet's gone. Completely.
And because I did that, I get a culture.
Shit. That's not good at all. Oh! I had a starbase there. That counts as another one, too. Where was that? It had to have been like back here somewhere. Hold on. No, guess not. Planetary invasion. Unless it's part of planetary invasion. Capturing star bases. Once a star base is placed on a system, it remains there for the rest of the game. When control of a system changes hands, control of starbase does too. When you take control of starbase from the rival, take one of your command tokens. Oh, were we supposed to gain command tokens when we added those? Hold on. I gotta take a step back. Hold on.
Because I took a casualty, I don't get extra command tokens, but...
Sure. Each starbase you control increases your number of commands by 1. We should have gained extra commands. Oh, my bad. Well, here, let's get those out now, just so we don't forget them. That's not it. It's over here.
As if you didn't put them on the table?
No, I didn't think I needed them. But I guess we do. Even though I did clearly remember stating that we do increase these. So you would get 2 now. No, because you haven't controlled this planet yet.
So we just get 1 extra.
Did we reset? Were you started this last turn, right?
I started this last turn. You didn't reset.
I didn't reset my shit. Okay, because I could have swore like I could have been able to combat with my planet. I would have had 1 more die then. But I don't see anything here about it. Planetary scoring hits. Taking casualties.
I feel like that's when I invade your planet.
Yeah, that might only be when invading planet.
Which is going to be
Which
next.
is weird. You would think that a starbase out there that's battling with 2 other people would be like the base would help. Fleet types and strength. Nope. Hanging and moving ships from fleets, disbanding fleets in space battles when rolling hits. Roll dice for the fleet separately if the fleet has special rules. Yeah. That's weird. You may only commission one star base for ascendancy level you achieve. You may control more than this if you have taken star bases from rivals. Once placed, star bases are not removed, discarded. Yeah. It's weird. You would think that it would help you in space battles, but that's... Okay.
Alright. Well, I would like to invade
the planet now.
Invade the planet now.
So, I guess similarly here, when a starship occupies a development that you do not control, you may use a command token to invade. If there are any rival ships in the system, you must attack the ships in the space battle first before invading the system. If the invasion is successful, you take control. Each planetary invasion consists of a number of rounds of combat. Same thing, hits, casualties, decide if anybody wants to surrender. I mean, you annihilated my ship, so I didn't have a chance to even retreat. Scoring hits, the attacker rolls a number of die equal to the number of ships they have in the system. The defender rolls a number of ships equal to the number of nodes they have built on the planet, including control nodes. Each die rolled has a chance to score. Star bases do not fight in planetary invasions, only space battles. See? So I should have been able to roll, I think, one more. Can I roll one more to possibly destroy some of that fleet? Didn't matter. Okay. As in space battles, both players count up their weapon levels, determining hit roll. Okay, so this case I get 1, 2, 3 dice to roll.
And I got 1.
Yes! Okay, so I needed to roll 4s or higher. I got 2, so you're going to lose 2 of yours, so you're down to...
You killed it.
What? Oh, because there's 2 left in it. That's right.
Yep.
Okay. Woohoo! I keep it! Each hit scored, by the defender's node destroyed 1 attack ship. In a planetary invasion, the goal of the attacker is to take control of the node, ideally with minimal damage done. Hits by the attacker doesn't necessarily destroy nodes. The number of hits scored by the attacker determines the result of planetary invasion. Invasion results. Depending on how many hits the attacker scores, a few results may happen. Oh, Jesus. So, let's see. If an attacker scores more hits than a defender, so actually you might not lose those. Maybe. Wait, every hit scored by defender's nodes destroys 1 attacker ship, so they were destroyed.
Yeah.
Let's see. If the attacker scores fewer hits than the defender has nodes, the attacker may choose a number of resource nodes destroyed equal to the number of hits scored. So you could still destroy stuff, maybe? I don't know. I'm kind of confused on this part. Invasion results. Collateral damage. If the Klingons to the left only scored a single hit, they could choose to destroy either the culture node or the research node. If they scored 2 hits, see, but this is assuming they don't have... I'm super confused. Scoring hits. Let's start this one more time. Scoring hits. Attacker rolls a number of dice equal to the ships they have in the system. Defender rolls a number of dice equal to the number of nodes they have built, including control nodes. So every die rolled has a chance to score a hit. Star bases do not fight in planetary invasions, only space battles. As in space battles, both players' current weapon level determines their hit roll. To hit, they need to roll that or higher for a hit. Each player adds their opponent's shields, which we have none, making it more difficult to hit. Taking casualties, every hit scored by the defender's nodes destroys 1 of the attacker's ships. Okay, so I did that. I rolled enough to destroy the fleet then. So that should be just it then. because if you had anything left, anything that you hit determines the rest of this, I think. Like whether like you invade successfully if you have more hits than defender, if you have fewer hits. Total annihilation if it's equal to repelling evasion. If the defender's control nodes survive all and the attacker ships are destroyed, I didn't read further, the invasion is over and defender remains control of the system. So after a round of combat, the attacker may choose to retreat, ending the invasion, which he had nothing left anyways. When retreating, the attacker may take an impulse speed retreat movement. Right? The attacker, so yeah. That's so contradicting. If the defender's control node survives, and all the attacker ships are destroyed, which happened, the invasion is over and the defender retains control of the system. In the same section, after a round of combat, the attacker may choose to retreat, ending the invasion. But if you destroyed everything in the first sentence, there's nothing to retreat.
Well, yeah, they're just saying like if you didn't get destroyed,
yes,
you
if you
could.
didn't, yeah. Surrender and invasion. In planetary invasions, the defender cannot retreat, but they may surrender. Defender may choose to surrender immediately, even before the first round of combat, which will never happen. I'm never going to give up. Combat continues. Capturing research nodes. Okay, that makes sense. Capturing starbases. We already went over that too. Okay. Either way, they got destroyed, so that's good for me. But you have a whole second fleet on its way, which you're going to do now. And that consists of 4 ships in that one. Jesus. Woo! Here's a 1.
1 auto.
I need 3. Yes! That is 3. Alright. 5, 4, 5. Those are hits. And so you got 1 auto, which I still don't understand, yeah. Every hit scored by a defender's nodes destroys one of the attack ships. In the planetary invasion, the goal is for the attacker to take control of the planet, ideally with minimal damage done. Hits by the attacker don't necessarily destroy nodes. The number of hits scored by the attacker determines the result of the planetary invasion. Okay, so you scored 1, which is fewer collateral damage if the because the last one you didn't score anything, right?
Well, I had 1.
You had 1 last time too?
Yeah.
So I guess you still then would have had a chance. So if the attacker scores fewer, then the defense, then the defender has nodes. The attacker must choose a number of resource nodes to destroy equal to the number of hits scored. Okay, so actually we need to go back 1, I think. So you scored 1 last time.
Yeah.
So one of these could have gone if you wanted to destroy it before your fleet died.
Oh, then
I
yes.
think. So control node. Oh, wait, the control node is not destroyed, but yeah, the resource I think is. Another round of combat is then fought unless the attacker chooses to retreat. Okay.
Yes, I definitely wanted.
Number of resource nodes. Okay, so let's get rid of this one then. So this would have been from last time.
So
then your new guy comes in. Do you want me to re-roll these, or should I just remove maybe one of the highest? Because it's still going to be 3 hits.
Yeah, so then...
So then I would have only rolled 2 against your 3 dice. Or 4 dice.
4 dice, so I still have 2...
Okay, so you had 2 that died. That one, now I think it destroys that one, or I could choose to... I mean, there's no resource nodes to destroy now. If attacker scores fewer than the defender has nodes, the attacker must choose a number of resource nodes to destroy equal to the number of hits scored. The control node is not destroyed. Another round of combat is then fought unless the attacker chooses to retreat. Maybe like the nodes always go first and then now you destroy that control node?
Yeah, I think that's... Because that's the only thing left, and if you can't destroy that, then there's literally no point.
The attacker scores a number of hits equal to the number of nodes in the system, including the control node. The surface is completely erased in the invasion. Destroy all nodes on the planet, including the control node. The invasion is now over. The system will need to be colonized anew in future turns. Neither attacker or defender has won the combat. Even after all the attacker ships are destroyed, the result of the invasion is the same, i.e. all attacker ships could be destroyed and still have a successful invasion. Okay. So I guess on this one then, so this one would get destroyed based off that.
And then you would have, it wouldn't be colonized anymore.
It wouldn't be colonized anymore, no. Let's move it a little bit. So then you gain control of this.
Control of that.
Well, I think you just gain control of this one token, actually.
Well, they said you replace it with yours.
Oh. Did they?
Yeah, you read that.
Capturing starbases, once a starbase is placed in a system, it remains there for the rest of the game. When control of a system changes hands, control of the starbase does too. When you take control of a starbase from a rival, take one of their command tokens. So first you take that. Place this token with your other command tokens face down. It's already exhausted. It may not be used this turn. When a starbase is captured, only the new owner's special rules will affect starbase applies. With a total annihilation result, which I guess kind of happened, right? The defender has lost control of starbase and loses a command, but the attacker does not control it. The first player to take control of the uncontrolled starbase gains a command.
Oh, alright, so
it's sitting there
as a nothing?
As a nothing. So as soon as you take over that is when it would convert to yours, I guess. But see, that's the thing, like, I don't think you would use one of your bases over there, because that's still, like, your limit. So I would assume this, like, I don't know.
Because it said to replace it, but...
Let's see where it says replace it. First player to take control... Well, it takes the command token. It doesn't take the actual piece.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know. Alright, well, it's sitting there. So you'd have to wait till next turn to colonize it. You only have 2 ships left in that fleet?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to build something and do something. Well, that sucks. Each starbase you control increases your number of commands. The additional command starts exhausted. Well, this may be not used this turn.
Might as well put these into this starbase then. In this fleet.
Last command to put those together.
Yep.
Shit.
I had casualties. It ain't from that.
Well, that kind of sucks.
Alright, there's my turn. Now your turn.
Right. Well, first I'm going to do this to finish this off. So, I'm assuming those go away and this becomes active. So, when you colonize a system, you may immediately develop a production node at no cost, if the system capacity allows. So, there's that.
Can you open one there or over there?
I need to build a lot, definitely is what I need to do, I think, because you're going to tear me up here real quick. Maybe. It's going to take a minute to get down here, but I need to build something there. I need to build ships there is the problem, too. But I don't have enough yet to do it. So, let's do this. I need to build some production. Actually, I need to do that first. I can't. I don't have any culture. I do have culture.
2.
2 left. So I'm going to spend 1 culture and a ship to colonize this. When I colonize this, because of this card, I immediately develop a production node. So I need a production at no cost. So that's going to go there. I am then going to spend 2 research enter production to build another research node there as well. Okay. I then shit. Crap, I can't do anything else. Well, I might as well spend the production now to just build a ton of ships.
Oh, fuck, how many you got?
A lot. It'd be a lot.
You got like 4, right?
Yeah, true. It's enough that it would help at least keep some of your guys off me, though. And they're definitely going to go into this battle group that lets me do space battles better. So I'm going to have to do that. And then that guy's going to jump to... Oh, crap. That's going to take him forever to get over there. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so I'm going to spend the 4 production then to build 4 ships, which are just going to go into this battle group. I could put them there, couldn't I? No, because it's not under my control anymore.
It's not under your
Okay,
control
never
anymore.
mind. So yeah, these guys are just going to go into this battle group. Okay. That's good. So now I am going to... I'm going to move this ship into warp, which he came in at that area. He's got a long ways to wait. 1, 2, 3, either 3 turns or that. 3 or 4. Okay, so he went into warp. This guy is also going to go into warp. I am going to also check out 2 of these. Ooh. Oh my god. That's a great one. We're going to go with that one. Long range sensor. When discovering a new system, draw 2 system discs and choose 1. The discs, yeah, and then just place the other one on the bottom. So that is a good one. I got 2 commands left. I mean, I could drop them both out of warp to get them. That one is the same. I should have just... You know what I should have done? Can I correct that?
Sure, you get 1.
So, yeah, this one goes... I wanted him just to impulse to that from this previous one. So then now, I want him to actually go into warp from here. This one, I want to drop out of warp from here to here. And that moves them quicker. That's all I can do, I think. Okay, I think that's it. So, we are now, refreshing. And then we are resource gathering. 1, 2, 3, 4. God. And then 2 culture. That is silly. 2 research.
Having first strike is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
That's going to be it.
About that.
This next turn. Everything reset?
I think everything's reset. That still keeps its same research. I think, yeah. Hold on. I gotta message Dad back. Not too much. What is going on here?
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Well, we might as well finish this. So now I have first strike.
Is that 5? Including the one that was in your reserve?
Yeah, I just added that and I finished it. There's that. This. That's this. So I just throw it across the room?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then...
Which that now makes this mine.
Uh-huh.
And just leave it like this.
Just leave it like that, yep. I mean, if we want, we could even put it on that side so it's a little more... We know what you are. I don't think I want this last piece of sushi.
Oh, we're going to do this. Spend all of it.
Maybe if I put enough ginger on it, it won't be too bad.
I mean, if you don't want it, I'll eat it.
I'll eat it.
Do some of this. Protect myself or her. Cause, yeah. And
I mean, you could drop that one out of, well, you would have to do that on your command to get it out of the fleet and then recombine them all, but
yeah,
I think is how that would have worked.
it's okay. I got a bunch of command tokens.
Adding or removing ships from fleets. You may add or remove ships from fleets before or after a movement command. You cannot add or remove ships from fleet mid-movement. You do not have to be at a home base to add ships from a fleet. Disbanding a fleet. If at any time you disband, including your building phase, you may choose to disband a fleet by taking ships off your card and putting them back on the board in the same sector. If a fleet ever contains fewer than 3 ships, it immediately disbands anyways. So if there's fewer than 3, it comes out.
So then I would have just built that into it then.
Yeah. Okay. Immediately disbands. It does not take a command to disband a fleet.
That works for me. Okie dokie then,
You
Mr.
cannot
Pokey.
have more fleets in play than your Ascendancy tokens. I didn't know that either. We haven't been playing that role.
Yeah.
I just read that. Number of fleets. You can only have a number limited to the number of Ascendancy.
No.
Well, I only have 1 fleet in play right now anyways.
I have all of them.
You have all of yours.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either until reading it, but that's okay.
I'll do some movement. Movement. A planet.
A lot of production. I figure.
That's a freaking production.
Yeah.
And this is a crisis.
Nice. Destroy that ship. I want to roll something.
The crew of your starship are abducted and forced to fight in a gladiatorial games for the amusement of the master.
Nice.
Roll a die. If you roll higher than the ascendancy level, you survive the game. If you roll
a 1, essentially, I think, is what your ascendancy level is.
Yep.
So if you roll a 1, you're gonna lose something. Yeah! Now what? The ship goes away. Nice. Woohoo!
Darn.
Damn.
That's going to go into warp. I'll take it out of warp and put it here.
I can only go 1.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, shit. You're right.
Then I'm going to attack you.
The fleet may reroll to hit rolls of
I reroll on ones too.
How many ships do you have in that?
I got 2 that ignore
5.
your, and
2 more that hit.
2 more that hit.
So I need to roll something to see if I can get anything before my guys die, because they're all gonna die. You're gonna probably have 1 left.
Oh, I have first strike too, so I auto hit on all of them.
So they all die. That sucks. Yeah, that's not good.
Woot!
If I would have read that number of fleets sooner, that would not have happened. Which, shit, I wish I would have read that sooner, because now there's no reason for you to take your guys out of fleet, but that sucks. Yeah, that really sucks. That was a waste. So they just went out there and died. Is it always first strike?
Your ships have first strike in space battles during your turn.
Shit. Yeah, that's pretty rough.
That's
Okay.
5 production on that. And then
Space battles.
the node thing. To take that over.
Which is just 1, since there's nothing else there. 4. Do I hit 1?
Reroll. So I got 3 hits.
I still hit 1, so 1 ship's gonna die.
Ship's gonna die.
But then this thing goes away.
Oh, I had no casualties, so I gained a culture. And there's something else too.
Advancements give ships
And I got a
rolls
command
first
turbo.
strike. In the first round of combat, when your ships have first strike, your opponent must take casualties before rolling the hit die. Yep. Fuck. First strike does not grant an extra attack before combat begins. It forces your opponent to take casualties before firing back. Yeah, so my guys definitely died. That really sucks. I think this is probably where the game gets close to. Because all you have to do is get here and destroy that, and then, and destroy that last ship, essentially. Because once there's no ships and no controlled home base, then the game is over, I think.
That one's gonna be a harder one, being that it's got 4
plus a ship that can get there. I think. Check victory. What is this supremacy victory again? That's what it's called. Supremacy victory. At the end of a game round, if a single player controls 3 home systems, one of which must be their own, that player has dominated the galaxy.
Oh, hell yes. First strike on nodes? Yeah. Definitely want that one.
Okay.
Spend my last 2 to go there.
Another phenomenon.
Alright.
Research token.
You roll.
I roll.
Higher than a 6.
That's a 3. Damn.
I survived, so I get a
So
research.
you get a research token,
And I
and I
get to
go
put it
put
there.
it right on something.
And that's all my turn.
Yeah, I got literally nothing I can do except for build more ships. And just defend the hell out of this. Which isn't going to matter, because every time you reset your stage, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 production.
Yep. 5 production is a lot of production.
It's a lot of
You're just
production.
like putting ships
I mean, that's just, tossing ships out there as much as possible.
Yeah.
From here on out, if fleets are destroyed, do you want to apply the Ascendancy rule that you would only have 1 fleet then? Okay.
Yeah.
Because if I can get those down, I might have a chance to come back then. That's the hard part.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's do that. Okay, well, I really have no choice but to In planetary invasion home system you control ignores one hit. We're going to start building that military. Because that's going to happen sooner or later. I'm going to build 4 new ships to place on that one. Which is essentially all I can do. 1, 2, 3, 4. He ain't going nowhere. So I'm going to start going into my commands. Which, that guy didn't get a warp token, did he?
No.
From last game. He would have got a second warp token.
Yeah.
So let's first command him to, I guess, just drop out here. This like really sucks because I can't really do anything else, and I don't want to like force these guys into what is it after movement? This guy's gonna join the fleet. Let's do it. One go into warp, one come out of warp. So go there, and then we're gonna do space battle.
Okie dokie.
So I get to roll 5.
I get 4 in first strike.
4, 5. Thank God. Okay,
Reroll ones.
Yep.
So
Okay, that's better. So you only hit 2.
hit 2, so those are
So those 2 are automatically removed.
auto removed. So
And
you
then
roll
now
3
I
dice.
roll 3. Yeah. He's a better hit. Yes! There's 4s. You don't have any shield modifiers yet, do you? No.
Nope.
Okay, so 3 of yours will go. And then, what is it? You have a chance to retreat.
I can't retreat.
Retreating from combat after taking casualties, each player assesses the state of their ships, starting with the attacker. Players decide whether or not to retreat. Okay, yeah.
I'm not allowed to
You're
retreat.
not allowed to retreat. Blocking retreats. Blocking off other space lanes. Yeah, we're gonna go again.
Oh, I destroyed. How many did I destroy? 2. Only 2.
Only 2.
Never mind.
So I still have enough for a fleet, yeah. So yeah, we're gonna attack again.
So I didn't get culture out of it.
No. So you'll roll 1, and then this time they will simultaneously. There's a 4. Okay. So he dies then, right?
Yeah.
Woohoo! Small victories. Coming back. Really not. Okay, so we're gonna disband this fleet, which is free, is what I read, right? Is that right?
No, that's part of the.
Disbanding a fleet at any time you may choose, including your on your turn, including your build phase, you may choose to disband a fleet by taking the ships off the fleet sheet and putting them back on the board in the same sector. And if a fleet ever contains fewer than 3 ships, it is automatically disbanded. It does not take a command to disband a fleet. Alright, so I'm disbanding the fleet. I'm going to take 1 and a culture to recolonize. Son of a bitch. And then that was only drawn
You
cards.
can't
so that doesn't
colonize
count.
right now. That's during the build phase.
Oh.
Yep.
When you colonize a system. Oh, shit.
That's the
You're
build
right.
phase.
You're right.
That's
Yep,
why.
you're right.
That's why I didn't have it out
Damn
there.
it. Alright, yeah. So I can't even homogenize it because it's not currently.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. Crap.
That's why I didn't end up having it.
Yeah. Alright. this is the one I needed. How can I put them into fleet groups?
Yeah, you use a command and you can put them in a fleet.
Because I'm going to do that. Because on your turn, you may discard a ship from this fleet, then disband the fleet to immediately colonize an undeveloped system without spending a culture. Because this happens just through, like, movement then. Right? As a command.
Is that what it said?
You may discard a ship from this fleet and disband the fleet to immediately colonize an undeveloped system.
Yeah, I guess so. So you
Not that I really need to, because I can't get anything from it. So never mind. There's no point.
So
There's
yeah,
no point.
you would spend a command to turn it into a fleet.
Yeah, and then instantly remove a ship, 2 ships, and then a control node. But there's no point in doing that, really, because those guys are just going to come and wipe it away. I'm just going to keep it in that battle group. So I still have 2 to work with. What can I do with these? I can't build any more research. I guess I'm just done, because I don't want to even use the last 2. Well, I take that back. No, I am. I'm gonna warp it back here then, just so that they're out of harm's way. Okay. I think that's it then, right? We both gone?
Yep.
Refresh these. Gain our productions and resources. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. 1. When can you gain ascendancies? Only in your build?
I don't know. You didn't read that part. You just said that it takes 5.
Yeah, you can spend 5, but it never says where. Because I'm going to be close on being able to get one.
Mine too.
Yeah, I think you have 5 already.
I have 4.
4?
Because I spent the 1 to gain that.
So, execution stage. On this turn, players can also spend 5 culture to ascend. So, it's, even though it doesn't seem to state it anywhere.
Okay.
Special rules, launching projects.
So is that during the build phase or is
During
that
the command phase.
command phase? Okay.
Well, no, because execution is both the build or... I guess you could do it at
any time during your turn.
I guess. Hold on, let me double check. Okay, here we go. End of building. After you complete the building phase, your command phase begins. Once you start your command phase, you may not spend resources to build unless a special rule applies you to do so. Ascending is the only exception. You may spend 5 culture to take an ascendancy token at any time during your turn.
Okay.
Anytime. So as soon as you gain it, you could, just use it. Which you need 5? Or what was the victory?
5. Yeah, 5 of them.
Jesus. How is that even... Yeah, 5
Well,
culture tokens to win. But... Or
well,
5 culture tokens to take.
To what one you said.
And 5 ascendancy tokens to win the game. Jesus. But you're going to annihilate me way before you get anywhere close to having 5.
I get 1 culture for every 3 ships I destroy.
True. I'm glad you only destroyed 2 that time, then.
That's what I was like.
So we're back to who goes first. Right?
Yep. And me again.
Me. Green. Come on, green. Yeah! Woohoo! We got a chance. I mean, as I build them, I could just throw them anywhere. Like, if it fills up this and I have 1 left, I could just throw it into this battle group, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do that. 4. So I'm going to gain 1, 2, 3, fourth one back up here. I'm going to spend 1 research for the military. Okay, so that will go into my command phase. Oh, this goes up here. I can't do that because I don't have the ascendancy to have a second fleet. Yeah, that really sucks then, because these guys have to individually move spending commands. That's way better to have fleets.
That's way better to have fleets.
Yeah. Okay, that's okay. Into warp. What is it? Space battles, I could be adjacent. It doesn't have to be... Only space battles take place between adjacent sectors.
Yeah.
But you can take place between rivals in the same sector. Which makes no sense. Like, why wouldn't you just be in the same sector then?
Well, I guess you could be like right next to it, not like, into it yet.
Yeah.
Say like you're here and you can attack
into
that. Instead of spending that 1 extra move to make it in there.
Yeah.
Or it would be like, say, you know, we're both in the space. I don't know.
I don't know either. Well, I take that. Yeah, these 2 guys, when they were built, would have gone into this one then. And then that 1 guy would have been spared. Okay. So, let's do that then. We're gonna drop these guys both out of warp right here then. And then those 2 are going to... Because I had single warp token plus my 1. So they can move 2, technically. Okay, so now that they're there, they are going to initiate a battle on that. Fleet 1 is a full fleet too.
Yep.
You might need more dice, I guess.
So I need 6 dice.
And I need 6, 7 dice.
But I have first strike.
Yeah, so... Nothing.
There's
All the
not doing
ones.
anything. Got 2. 2 at you.
Oh, because you're not in the battle group anymore. They're just the first group. Ah.
Yep.
So they don't get reroll on 1s.
Yep.
Nice. So 2 are gonna go. So let's just get rid of this one and this one. Which then gives me 5 to attack with. So there's 2. Damn. That's not good. Yeah,
Keep
still,
going?
I'm up right now, technically. Yeah, I think so. So I'm gonna need still 5. Looks like 2
2.
more. Which no more first strike, so I have a chance to equally.
These only happen once. It just says anytime you're in battle. For each of your turns in battle.
Some advancements give ships notes first strike in the first round of combat. When your ships have first strike, your opponent must take casualties before rolling to hit with their ships. First strike is only used in the initial round of combat. First strike does not grant any extra attacks before combat begins. It forces your opponent to take casualties before firing back in the first round. If both sides have first round, neither may use it. Yeah. 1. God damn it. Oh. That's this group, so I get to reroll this one.
So 2 were destroyed from you.
2.
And I got 2 on me.
Yep.
And that's no longer
2 more for me.
a fleet.
And we're going to keep going. So you have 2 left, and I have 3 left.
Get no more production now.
Yeah, I know. I got a 1.
Auto hit. And no, I got 2.
2? Damn it.
And
So you'll lose 1 more as well. So you're down to 1, and I have 1 left. Let's do it. I want that shit back.
Hit.
Crap.
Miss.
Not a hit.
Woot woot!
That sucks. Damn it. Alright.
So, how many ships did I totally destroy in this battle?
7.
7. So I get 2 culture, which means I am going to do this.
Yeah,
Take
because
an
I'm
ascendancy.
done. I don't have any more things I can do. Nice.
Why
You're
not?
up 1 more, yeah. So now you can have 2 fleets.
Yay!
So you have 1 there, and then you can build 1 more again now. Alright, and it's, your turn. I'm just going to waste that, because there's no point.
Alright, during my production phase now.
Because I have no ships. There's nothing else I can do.
A whole bunch of,
Yeah.
So... I want to put 1 there.
Guess I could... Man, that sucks. Let's see if anybody's... Nope, nobody else is watching. We're going on 2 hours and 32 minutes for this game.
I am going to build another research station because I can. Actually, I'm going to put it here so it gives me extra. Oh, I should have been rolling an extra die.
But I wasn't in that area. I was on
Oh, yeah,
here.
you were right.
Yep. So that was strictly just... Yeah. I'm pretty sure, right? Because I would have had to been battling in that sector with the space station. But I was battling adjacent to avoid that. Fixtures floating. Yeah, starbase support and space battles. Space bases, star bases provide support for ships and battle. Space battles when you have ships in orbit of a system you control with a starbase. Roll an additional die to hit. Starbases cannot fight on their own. Attacking for multiple sectors. If you have ships in more than one sector, you may use a command to have all the ships in adjacent sectors join in the attack. Here, if you do want this last one, I'm good.
Okay.
It's, I think spicy tuna roll. And then you can toss this, toss this lid back on it just so it's not all over the place in case that bag sucks.
Makes sense. Well, there's all my production. Now to have some fun.
See? That's not fair.
Because I just built 8 ships.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't seem right. How is that? Well, I mean, you have all of that.
It's because I destroyed so many, or because of the production.
Mm-hmm. I feel like Klingons are a bit, like, overpowered in this. They gotta be.
I think it's just because of what I drew.
Yeah, well, yeah, that works too. Oh, yeah, because of your advancements.
Mm-hmm.
that's what that said. Holy crap.
4.
Yeah, 2. So, how does this work again? 2.
So you destroyed 2 ships of
Every
mine.
hit scored by the defender node destroys one of the attacker ship, I guess, first. In a planetary invasion, the goal is the attacker to take. So, then whatever's left is what you hit towards this. Which would be 4, which would be that. Which then would technically, well, you could finish your commands and then come recharge would end the game because I have no home base and no ships.
Yep. I don't know what. I could just keep exploring for the heck of it.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, you destroyed all of this. And again, unless we're missing something when it comes to this planetary invasions, but I mean, you definitely had more hits. Overwhelming force takes control of the system. Oh, well, you would have taken control of the system actually because the attacker scores more hits than the defender has nodes. So I had 4 nodes, you had 4 hits. Yeah. Or equal here. Total annihilation. If it's equal, then everything destroys. Including the control node, surface has been completely raised. Yeah. Oh, shit. We need to reset this too when we go to put it back in the box. I want to put each individual starting stuff in one bag for each.
I thought about waiting 1 extra turn and then I would have got first strike.
Good job.
But
Nice. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you won this one.
Oh.
This one float over here to get this too.
Yeah, I just did that just for that.
Might as well.
2 here. Well, we're gonna try it.
So that's gonna be 3 dice for me.
I get 3 dice and reroll 1s. 1.
3 roll ones for that fleet?
Yeah, this
Oh.
specific one.
I got 2 hits.
I got 2 hits.
So then 2 if your ships go away, and then 2 if it's equal to.
Yeah.
Yeah, then that just goes. Yeah, the nodes go away.
So 1 on 1.
Great.
Because why not? And I ought it.
And I hit it too. So does that mean the one ship goes away and then my node goes away, and then it's just blank?
It just says on rolls of 6.
Oh.
You score it regardless.
Regardless. So mine's gonna get destroyed.
Yeah.
So it's like a first attack, but not.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
What is that? Let me read it one more time. Oh, on your roll
Regardless of modifier.
6, regardless of the
Modifier.
always.
I guess it would
scores a
only
hit.
work on against shields. So I guess it would destroy both of them, but I still get the sector.
Yeah, you still.
And I have 1 command left. What should I do with it?
Before the game ends.
Before the game ends. Oh, I'm gonna move a ship forward just for the heck of it.
Just for the heck of it, nice. Or you could have fleeted it and put it. Yeah. Oh no, you still only have 2 ascendancy.
Oh wait, did I get another command for getting your base?
I don't
Or-
know. It doesn't matter at this point.
That's fine.
So yeah, I think that was it then.
Oh, the next one was a crisis.
Dang. I feel like we definitely missed a few things. It's hard keeping track of everything.
Yeah.
Like, we definitely lost track of the fleet numbers that you can have only based on ascendancy tokens. What was the other thing that we did wrong? Shit.
I think that's really the only thing that we did wrong there.
That's about it, yeah. And you just got lucky with your advancements.
Yeah, I got lucky with the advancements.
We figured out the warp stuff later. I think we messed up maybe on some of these battles, like what does apply, like the star bases.
The star base.
We messed up on that, so. But yeah, I guess besides that, it actually wasn't too bad. I definitely want to play with the Romulans next time, because I feel like they're just as much a battle fleet as those guys are. Doesn't look too bad either. I'm gonna get the nicer camera, I think, and take a picture.
Oh, these guys are pretty intense.
Yeah, they're meant to just combat.
Well, yeah, all of their stuff is military. They have one expansion. No, two expansion. The rest is all military. But one of them is, during your build phase, you get one free ship on every area you control that has a culture node.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty intense. That's just there, I'm gonna put that onto it. Oh man. Every time you destroy a research node, every time you destroy a resource node, you take 2 tokens of the matching node. One of the other expansion ones just allows you to take your ships and auto move them to any area you control.
Espionage, yeah. Oh, I have cards in mine that say if an espionage card is being used, cancel it for this turn or something like that. So nice. I don't understand. Like, we used a lot of space out here. How could a third? Because it's supposed to utilize the same 3x3 space. A third person would be really tight. You'd have to make sure you're like really keeping them close together as if you don't want a first contact. We messed up on first contact. That's what we didn't do either. Because we had already talked or joined there, so the turn based would have been different based on what we want to spend for production. I could have been first a couple times.
Oh yeah, it's true. We could have.
We didn't do that, did we?
Yeah, I forgot about. We were able to.
Let's see, initiatives. So yeah, at the beginning of the round, every player who has made first contact. I guess there's no. Where's the explanation for first contact? Here, first contact. A colonization is considered to have made first contact once their home system is connected to another player's home system via space lanes, which is what happened for us. So once we first got that, then we would have decided or decide how many resources they are going to commit by seizing the initiative in galactic politics. Players will then choose their turn order cards in the order of how many resources they've devoted. Players who have not made first contact with other civilizations are not have no ability to influence other civilizations. Yeah, we didn't do that because that would have helped too.
So yeah, we could have spent resources to go.
Yeah, to be able to go first. Like, I know I wanted to get like rid of maybe like research. Would we have? I guess would we have drawn it like showed them at the same time what we would get rid of? Or would it be like?
No, I thought it was a bidding system. From what I remember from the video, it's like you just add and then your opponents have a choice to add more.
Starting with the player who went first previous game. Yep, player who has made first contact may place a number of resources on the turn order card they used in the previous turn. Okay, which we weren't doing either because we just jumped to the Schwazi. Players commit resources in order of the turn cards that they held the previous turn. When it's your turn, you may always choose to commit nothing. If you decide to commit resources, you may not spend the same total number of resources as any other player who has already gone. So based on what our turn order was, so let's say you were 1 and I was 2, you would put down a number, then I would have to place something higher than what that previous card was. If I wanted to be able to, I guess that...
Resource. So like, when I was first player, if you wanted first player, you'd put
So if you put like 2 research, I'd have to put
Yeah, if I wanted to stay
3 production or something.
Yeah,
I
I
guess
would-
it doesn't matter what type
yeah,
of
it's just resources.
any resources. So 3 tokens.
So I could have been like, put a bunch of resources on, so I'm the first player, and you'd have to spend more.
So then next turn, if I was number 1 then, and let's say I wanted to try and keep it, I could spend like 5 tokens, and then it'd be your choice whether you want to spend 5 or not to stay.
I'd have to spend 6.
You'd have to spend 6 to get 1.
Oh,
Interesting. In your case, you could have easily done that because you were making a ton of resources towards the end there.
Yeah.
So you could have easily kept putting like 3 or 4 because every resource I had was vital to me trying to stay alive.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I started off with, I had this and this in like the first couple turns.
Yeah, having that extra production was very helpful, and I didn't do that off the bat, which I think really hindered me. Like I wasn't able to build ships fast enough.
Yeah, this system here would give me so much production, and then having, destroying fleets giving you production, pretty nice too.
Nice. So what do you think?
I liked it.
Out of 10?
It was pretty cool. I don't know, like a 7, 8.
7, 8, yeah. Since we didn't really get to. I mean, I felt like we covered everything.
Yeah, we covered a lot of stuff. We did a lot. I think I want to definitely try it with another person at least, and I'd like to maybe try a different race, like maybe one of those expansions.
Yeah.
Instead.
Let's see. Because I feel like the Borg.
I was thinking like the Borg could be fun.
Would definitely destroy. Let's see. As far reaches of the galaxy, the Borg have been discovered. They relentlessly seek out developed worlds. So yeah, you're seriously just trying to. As these guys are probably trying to do Ascendancy stuff, you are trying to just destroy everybody.
Which I mean, that's kind of what I did anyway.
Yeah.
But,
Cardassian Union.
I like the Can I open this?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and I guess since we're online here too, if people want to see what's inside the boxes.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Not that anybody's watching right now, but.
What kind of fun stuff we got in?
Which really should just all be similar things, like all your fleet tokens and I would assume probably a little, or more systems.
Oh, this is interesting. Instead of it being like 2, it's only got 1 slider. But Borg Turn has a ton of stuff.
Let's see.
Oh,
Cardassian.
Each cube gets 9 attack dice. It stays with.
Oh,
and like every turn you have to build a cube.
Let's see. Contents. So we get 10 new exploration cards, 10 new system discs, plus Cardassia Prime. Yeah, you can just punch this up. 30 new ships, 3 fleet markers, 10 control nodes, 15 Cardassian advancements, 3 Cardassian trade agreements, Cardassian summary card. Yeah, so this is essentially just adding a new,
3 dice.
New phenomenons, new tactics. These are kind of nice looking. I like these. So yeah, I mean, I guess you could just play as any other group then, really. You don't even have to stick with the 3 main. I mean, we could play a 3-player with just... Oh man, this is going to be a pain to get out of here, isn't it?
Look at this. Like, this is what it adds. And you're just taking over and assimilating people.
Oh my god, look at that thing.
How sweet is that? Because so on the card it says Borg Turn,
Mm-hmm.
So during the build phase, place nodes and new cubes during the command phase. Activate each board cube. So initiate battle with eligible players. Draw and execute board command cards.
God, look at all these.
And assimilate.
Nice. I don't know. Should we punch all these out and just put them with the rest of the base game then?
I mean, you can. It had some cool.
Or should we just leave them all in individual boxes still? I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I guess first maybe let's pick up this
Oh man.
base game.
So the Borg's attack and defense, like their weapons, are equal to the number of systems they control. So at the start of each combat, a cube's shield modifier is zero, and at the end of each round of combat, it increases by 1.
Nice.
So their weapon level is, so like this, I control 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have +5 to my. So I'd be at max. So with this, if I was Borg, I'd need a 1 to hits, and then for each round of attack that we were going, the more my shield would increase.
Nice.
Which is crazy.
Alright, let's clean this up just a smidge here. There's all the dice.
Oh man. So if these are ever out with them, you
How many phenomena do we have? 2?
roll a die, and if it's
3, 4, 5, 6.
if you roll a number higher than the number of cubes that are out, you automatically get a new cube out.
Nice. Yeah, it sounds like they could be a pain in the butt.
They sound like they'd be pretty intense. I gotta see like what their command. Because they use command cards instead of like. You just gain a new card every turn instead of like we had a set number of.
Okay, I feel like that would be good. This should be everything for one player in one bag. We didn't get to use our trade agreements.
No, we could have. But
You could have, but you would not go that route for sure.
I could. I thought about it just so I'd get a ton
Extra
more
production, yeah.
production.
Yeah. That's definitely more so when we have more people playing, I think. Can you read in that booklet and see if the game size map changes based on how many people? Because there's no way it stays 3 to 3. 3 by 3 if it's like probably in the setup. That just would be too small. I feel like the space is too small for that. These are cool.
This is for anyone?
Yeah, for anyone's all like curved.
Oh, it's for some. this is interesting. You don't play as Borg.
They are an AI.
The Borg are not controlled by a player, but represent a threat to all players.
Oh, well, that's interesting. That completely changes that.
Yeah, so you don't. That's why it doesn't have a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just an AI that you put out as a threat, and then the rest of us would fight against them.
Jeez.
On top of
Yeah,
if we wanted to fight each other.
that's nice. Only Latinum lasts.
So that's kind of cool. Like,
Because it really matters.
yeah, they're just an AI system.
Adding Frankie to your game. To integrate Frankie into your game, shuffle 10 new exploration cards into the deck. And add the 9 systems into the mix.
Oh, okay.
Adding Frankie to your game increases the number of possible players by 1. All additional players.
So Borgs only build their cubes when their spires have 3 nodes on them. So they just like build 3 when they try to get 3 on each of their nodes, and then they expand. And they just keep attacking and killing and destroying, assimilating the entire board. So this is an AI against everybody.
Nice.
This makes it so you can play a 1-player game.
Yeah. Which would be kind of fun. Kind of.
I think it would be kind of cool. I mean,
As a 1-player? I don't know. I mean,
I mean,
you're still
it's
trying
not-
to do...
it's a big game to,
Yeah.
but you could play it as a 1-player if you so wanted to, because you have this as your AI system.
Nice.
Games are always more fun when you have real people.
People, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to turn off this stream. Hopefully everybody that watches it down the road enjoys it as much as we did playing it. I guess if there are any club members watching, we'll probably set up another sign-up Sunday for this to add 2 more people, I think. We'll add the Romulans and either the Cardassians or the Ferengi then. So we can have 4 or even like 2-on-2 if we wanted to team up or whatever. I guess we'll figure that out when the time comes. But
Go fight for all battle.
yeah. Hope everyone enjoyed and happy gaming.